You know, spawning bass are, oh, there's a fish right there. That's a little bitty bass. Spawning bass are, it's the smallest thing I've caught all day right there. Spawning bass are kind of fun to fish for, you know, and one of the things that you hear anytime people are fishing for spawning bass is that, well, all I saw up there was some bucks. I couldn't ever see any females. Anytime you see those male bass on the bed, or just even anytime you see the beds, most of the time the female's not up there. She doesn't really spend much time up there. Now, if you're fortunate enough to catch the female when she's up there and she's spending a day or 2 or 3 days, that's about the maximum they spend, and you can catch that fish, no doubt about it. But where you want to fish for this female bass is out in front of them. And you can do it with a lot of different ways, but spinnerbait's as good a way as any to catch those big female bass. A crankbait works good, a sinking worm works good, a jerkbait works good, but a spinnerbait works exceptionally well. But here's the deal. Here's the deal what you want to do when you're spinnerbait fishing this time of the year. Look for the places where you think a bed may be. You don't even have to see a bed. We fish a lot of lakes in Oklahoma and Texas and Arkansas that are real muddy, and you can't ever see a bed, so you don't ever see a bed. But you want to look for the type places where they are. They like to bed like back in behind boat docks. They like to bed underneath trees. Just like a big buck makes a scrape under a tree, a big bass likes to bed under a tree too. So when you see those areas, concentrate, and here's the key. Here's the big deal. Make multiple casts to the areas that's a good spawning type area. When you find those areas, throw more than once in there. You might make 6 or 8 or 10 casts if you think there ought to be a bed right there. Go ahead and make several casts in there, and a lot of times you'll make that big old female mad and she'll jump out there and grab your bait. But you don't have to see the female bass to catch them when you're spawning. You can catch them quite well without ever even seeing a bed.